Surely to make it safe, they just put like netting either side of this thing and have the people behind it.
It removes the tradition.
It removes the netting.
So which company built the
netting.
sponge for it? Was it one of these PPE companies?
What we've done is we've made this sponge out of cheese.
And it's a high-density sponge that actually weighs 6 kilograms. There was one serious flaw with the manufacturing of the cheese sponge.
It weighed more than the normal cheese and was more dangerous.
Right, guys, thanks for turning up today to the quarterly meeting. Appreciate you all being here. I don't want to take up too much of your time because, of course, I know you've all got places to go and people to see.
I've got bases to touch.
You've got bases to touch, yeah. Thanks, Steve. And we've got a few important things to cover, so we're going to motor through those, okay? So the merger going really well. We're due to finish that by the end of August. Everything's looking good there. But Steve from the Barnsley branch, are you joining us, Steve? You there, Steve? Steve, are you there? Are you there, Steve, from the Barnsley branch?
Hey up, lad.
Hello.
Sorry, I forgot how this thing works. We don't have many telecommunication systems in Barn.
You're on mute, Steve. You're on mute. Don't worry, it happens all the time.
No, I think...
all the time. No, he's cutting out. Steve, have we got you there, Steve? Are you there, Steve?
And the bastard...
Right, we'll come back to Steve when Steve's connection is sorted out. So,
Put that bastard plate down.
Steve, Steve, you are live on the meeting. Can you watch your language a bit, please? That'd be great. Anyway, quarterly figures. Barry, you've got the quarterly figures there. Barry, how we're looking for this quarter?
Hi,
sorry, I think I was on mute then.
Steve, can you please go on mute again?
Can somebody mute Steve, please? Sandra, can you mute Steve? Thanks, Sandra.
Don't mute.
Oh, no, can you mute Steve, Sandra, please? Barry, how's it going?
Yeah, so I've got the figures for this month, and I've been doing them for a while. We're looking quite good on the monthly turnover, but the forecast.
He's got such a fucking
Steve, Sandra, why have you unmuted him?
Sorry, did you want him muting? Sorry.
You can mute yourself as well, Sandra. We don't need to hear from you, okay? So Steve's muted. Sandra's muted. Barry, figures.
Well, that's a big...
We fooled you. You thought you were in the quarterly business meeting. And you're not. You're listening to Killer Rabbit Podcast with me, Sam, Mr. Adam Chase.
Hello.
And Benson. And he wasn't Sandra or Steve at all.
Oh, well, I broke. I actually broke.
You breaking from
Corpsed. Fully corpsed.
You tried. Good one.
We fooled you. You thought you were listening to the monthly business meeting.
Nobody wants to listen to that.
No, nobody wants to listen to that.
We don't want to listen to that. It's where we find out how much money we're making.
Yeah, so you're actually listening to Killer Rabbit Podcast. It's Yorkshire's #1 alternative news podcast where each week we comb the deepest, darkest depths of the internet to bring you the strangest and most surreal stories we can find, put them in your ears for your enjoyment. How do you feel about that, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you like the sound of it, because that's what's going to happen. And if it's not, then you may as well fuck off right now, okay? I'm back.
You're sat on the sofa and your feet don't touch the floor and it looks like you're a child.
I am a fucking child. I'm the size of a child.
You're like wiggling.
Do it look like one of them?
I have to. How have you only noticed this now?
It looks like some sort of munchie.
You're missing like another half of the body.
Sorry, so you're not that small. Surely they fit on the floor.
They don't. I'm that small.
Do we look like one of them? You know, in them photos.
I've never seen you sit like that.
My legs are always swinging. That's why I hate high chairs. Not like kids. not like kids.
Is that what they put you in when they go?
He gets the crayons.
Someone turns up with the high chair and he's like, "I'm an adult."
Not kids high chairs, but you know if you go to a bar and they've got the tall stools.
The stool.
It's like fucking summiting Everest for me to get up those bastards, and then when I'm up there, I'm scared.
Get an oxygen mask.
I'm scared. Yeah, it's horrible.
You know when you get a photo, does it look like one of them optical illusion museums where we sat on the
optical illusion museum?
You know,
what happens is you think there's a museum there. There's not.
It's not. It's actually a fish shop.
A fish shop. So random.
Well, that's it. You never expect it. You think museum? No.
Well, no,
fish
the
shop.
Optical Illusion Museum would look like a fish shop until you walked in and then realised it wasn't a fish shop because that was the Optical Illusion.
Yeah, but then people wouldn't go in unless they want to fish.
Yeah. You
And
haven't
then
thought
you'd have
this through
loads
at
of
all.
upset people.
Well, how niche is an Optical Illusion Museum anyway?
I'd go to an optical illusion museum. I go
Would
to
you
one
not
every
be-
day.
They have Ripley's Believe It or Not, where they have...
The fish shop at the facade.
yeah, inside.
That's where I got it from. I didn't just pluck that from nowhere. Yeah, they have optical illusions and things in there. And,
Yeah.
models
they do.
of Robert Wadlow, speaking of small people. He's the biggest person.
Speaking of small people, he's the biggest.
Nice segue, that, wasn't it? Speaking of small, here's big.
The opposite side. So he's the big person.
Robert Wadlow, the biggest person of all time.
Tallest is what you're trying
Tallest,
to say.
widest.
Tallest.
Yeah,
Tallest.
biggest
I
isn't-
don't understand tall.
That
I'm a
could-
small
it could,
person,
It could
okay?
have been
Just
like
compute.
biggest penis. It could have been loads of stuff.
He
You're saying
probably-
big.
I don't know the size of his penis, but I'm guessing it was quite big. It looked
Imagine if-
really strange if he
Might
had a
have
very
been-
small penis.
Well, it might not be in proportion, you know.
Could
Some
be.
people
Yeah,
do.
he might not have been
It's like everyone.
proportion.
You're well known for having a massive. wank.
Exactly, yeah. It's hanging out of my shorts right now as we speak. There it is. But yeah, he was.
Doesn't really make the sound.
Yeah.
Isn't the sound for
It's not
something
an
that
actual
big?
bell. Rumor has it his penis was used for the.
For that T-Rex sound in Jurassic Park.
Do we have to do any more takes? It's really starting to hurt now.
It's so sore.
That's
Spielberg's
what the
like, "One
Foley
more
artist
Sam."
said anyway. just take your dick out. Can I use something else? No, take your dick out.
Spielberg wanted
Put your
dick.
dick
He wanted
on
dick
that.
Rex.
He specifically said he wants dick on mahogany table. Now do it.
Yes, the nails are necessary.
So yeah, Robert Wadlow, he's the tallest man of all time, and I stood
Yes.
next to him. Not actually him, but a model of him in Ripley's Believe It or Not museum,
came up to
which
his knee.
also does optical illusions.
And did you
and
feel
stuff in
really
there.
small?
I always feel really small because guess what?
Did you
I'm
feel
fucking really small.
even smaller?
I went out for a meal the other day.
And they gave you a high chair. We
And
know.
crayons
You
and
already
crayons,
told us.
the kids menu,
crayons.
and then you ruined it by saying I'm over the age of 9, and your partner's like, well, now we've got to fucking pay for
And they
it.
were like, "Oh, how old are you?"
It's my birthday, please.
It's my birthday,
I would like
please.
chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets.
And you're asking them to make it your birthday. Can it be my birthday, please?
Well,
Thank you.
it's my birthday, please.
I'd like chicken nuggets, chips, and beans. This
And
is
it to
a
be my
Thai
birthday.
restaurant, sir.
Okay, it's spicy chicken.
Well, put some noodles on it. I don't know.
But no, I went to the restaurant, and at the end, everybody got up to leave, as you do when you've finished your meal. You know, you
Everybody.
can't
When
stay
you
there
finish your
forever.
meal,
Everyone.
everyone in the restaurant.
Struck me all finished exactly the same time.
I finished, everyone.
It's just like an orchestra of clunking knives and forks.
That's it. Everyone has to finish at the exact same time, or it's a bad
But
restaurant.
it's like that with when she was alive, the Queen, when she finished eating, everyone had to stop eating.
Fuck off.
Who says this?
Royal etiquette says this. That's the.
Where do you
that's it.
find
She
Royal
probably
etiquette
ate
from?
really slow, so it's
Well,
probably
I
fine.
imagine
Everyone was probably
old
finished by the
people
time
don't
she
eat
ate.
that quick
Imagine though
anyway.
if she had,
But she-
because my
she-
gran doesn't eat much, so she'd have like one mouth like, "Oh, I'm full," and everyone's like,
Yeah.
"For fuck's sake, Queen, this looks really
I've only
nice.
had 7 peas.
I wanted the pheasant, and now I just got a really."
She's
wanted
trained out
9
to be a
peas at least.
competitive speed eater, so she's like,
Just fucking down in hot dogs. Fucking hell, she's got a right gag reflex on her. Oh, Queenie.
Oh, Queen.
Down
can't
those
say
hot
that.
dogs. Girl. Yeah, you can.
You
She's
can.
dead. She can't do all about it.
Then Charles down there is like,
Charles will turn up and be like, "Oh, you can't say that about old mama."
one's got to really fuck over this meal.
But you're right about the gag reflex.
She showed me.
Did they always eat pheasants and stuff? And peasants? I bet they ate peasants. Like, you know, pheasants and peasants. That's what's on the menu.
I mean, it depends. It depends what.
It's the royal version of surf and turf.
It
You know,
depends what
pheasants
they-
and peasants.
It depends what they could steal from the local people.
We're eating
Peasants
Gary at the local
usually.
chimney sweep.
If there was no pheasants to steal, they'd eat peasants.
Did she have like a cheeky Maccies every now and again? Do you think?
I know
She
Donald
didn't.
Trump
I
did.
bet she.
He had
Donald
Donald
Trump had a
Trump
fucking
did.
McDonald's built in the White House.
Yeah, but still a country's
He
like,
owned a
Idiot.
McDonald's. his own
Nah,
McDonald's.
I don't think she would have at all.
think-
There is a level of, especially her, there was a level of etiquette and a level of royalty that she aspired
There
to.
wouldn't
She
even-
wouldn't have had a
You
cheeky
don't know what went on
Mackie.
behind
No, but
closed
Sam,
doors.
when you've got when you've got a royal
Nah.
chef, you don't go, "Oh, I fancy a Mackie."
Yeah, you just go.
Of course you do.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
go.
do, you go, you
Make
go.
me a royal Mackie
Royal
Yeah.
Maccies.
by the royal chef.
I want the biggest Mac.
The grandest.
I want the King Big Mac.
Is that like a Burger King McDonald's
I was
hybrid?
going to say,
They
because
just put a crown on
the
it.
chef will go, Mom, are you sure you don't want the chicken
If they put a
royale?
crown on it, that's the King Big Mac. If they knight it, that's Sir Big Mac.
I want a Whoppack,
Sir
which
Mac
is a
of
cross
Big.
between a Whopper and a Big Mac. Now make it now, please. It has to have the nice little burger sauce with the little onions in there, but also I like the bacon and I like the flame grilled effect that Burger King do, please.
Your impression
Make
is
it-
uncanny. I've said it before.
It sounds like she's right here. It's like
Well, no,
she's not. She's
if it
dead.
sounded like she was right here now, it would sound like this.
just the slow sound of rotting.
Oh, no. She's cryogenically frozen with Walt Disney. And
Not are they together in the
Walt
same...
Disney's head is
in the same
cryogenically
freeze-
frozen, not the
frozen
rest
it's
of
on
it,
his
isn't
head.
it?
He really didn't think that through.
Oh, yeah, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah, I went for a meal, and at the end, I got up, everybody else got up, as they do.
everyone
As
got
is
up.
tradition,
Hey,
at
do
the
you
end of the
know
meal,
an
Sam's
interesting fact
finished.
about the Queen?
That's finished. Everyone stand.
Do you reckon the Queen is McDonald's? Anyway, so I go up at the end.
Royal Big Mac
And
chicken wrap.
they had these, the lights are hanging down from the ceiling, and they're on a big long cable, and then they've got like a glass thing. And
A table.
no, the lights.
The
from
light
ceiling,
shade
they're
is
on like a
glass.
big long cord, and then they've got a.
That
light
sounds
thing.
like a
light,
health-
a glass
my,
shade.
my
safety
friend
thing.
bashed his head on it,
Donk.
and then he stood up, and he was quite a considerable amount above this light. And I looked up, and I was fucking miles away
It
from
was a
this light.
spotlight for you.
And I've
basically.
never had such a realization of I'm fucking tiny
Oh,
in my life.
Sam.
And this was just
You were like,
2-3 days ago.
the sun?
Why is the sun indoors?
It's burning me.
You hit your head on the sun.
I need some sun cream, please. The light's burning me. It's a 30 water. I can't handle a 30 water. Can you get me out, please?
Can you get me out?
Between
Meanwhile,
the
my
tiles.
legs are kicking away in the heights. Can you let me out, please? I'm getting tired. Please.
please.
You've not even finished your chicken nuggets. They'll not have pudding, lad.
Too spicy.
I want a penguin.
What?
Them little penguin ice cream.
Oh, the punkies.
Yeah,
Punky
the
punky
punky
spiky
penguin
lids on.
things, yes.
Yeah, if you go to a restaurant and they have punky penguins,
It's normally-
that's
normally-
when
You
they've-
know you're at a not a quality place.
They've
Stop
given
making-
up on dessert as well. They're just like, our desserts are shit. So shit that we've
They
got a little
stopped making
plastic
them things
penguin.
like 20 years ago.
Punky
like
penguins,
one
I
of
don't
them
know.
deformed Sonics ice creams on a stick.
Deformed Sonics. Bart Simpson.
Yeah, but
The SpongeBob ones as
Oh,
well.
they're
there you
all
go.
close
So
enough,
bad.
but to not get copyrighted.
Yeah, because they did not look anything like
So
it.
just-
Just a yellow blob
Sponge
with a
Square
mush
Bob
face.
Pants ice cream.
Do you remember Freaky Feet ice creams?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there
It
was
was
a-
all
it
that
was a
same-
foot.
It was a foot. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a foot. A foot on a stick.
Just what
A
everyone
foot on a
wants.
stick. A foot on a stick. Yeah, but
Someone with a fetish made those.
that's what I mean.
Telling you
Yeah,
now.
Quentin Tarantino.
I
in
want
the
to get
meeting.
between the toes.
Tarantino lolly.
It's a weird choice for a lolly,
It
isn't it?
should have been called the Tarantino.
Yeah,
shouldn't it?
it's such a. But it's probably started in the 70s or 80s. But who signed that off in the Walls meeting? It's like Cornetto. It's got
Well, it's like-
delicious crunchy cone, and it's got nice ice cream in the middle, a little fleck of chocolate sauce, and then some nice nibbed old almonds on top. Oh, it sounds delicious.
And a chocolate ending to the cone.
And Barry, what for you? We could do a foot.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the
I like
same
the way you think.
at the same time, they signed off Nesquik. It's like, let's make a cereal, and the mascot's a rabbit, and the cereal is its shit.
It looks like rabbit
Looks
shit.
just
I
like
thought you
shit,
were
but
about-
really, it's chocolate
you were
flavored
about-
shit.
I thought you were about the Nesquik powder, which is just deconstructing milkshake, basically.
Deconstructed milkshake. Just add milk.
And there you go, shaking around a bit.
Fucking terrible that Nesquik is literally rabbit shit.
Yeah.
Chocolate flavored rabbit shit, and it's
Well,
delicious.
it's not literally rabbit
so,
shit.
Well, it's not literally rabbit, but
It's metaphorically.
It's designed to be rabbit shit. that
It's
is
not
chocolate
designed.
flavored.
Surely they didn't realise that.
Yeah, that's what
No,
the
they
rabbit.
fucking did that. The mascot is a rabbit.
Then
Wait,
why would they do that?
Wait till you
Why
hear about
wouldn't
the
they do that?
It's the same person that came up with the foot lolly. Is
I
that
mean,
what
it was
I'm saying?
probably the eight. I'm guessing it was the
Got two
80s.
Got two ideas. Foot lolly, rabbit shit. Go.
It's the 80s. They're in a business meeting. I assume it's a bit powdery. these things get created.
That'd be the dandruff.
Maybe it was done in the, maybe it was
Lots of dandruff.
maybe it was done in the 70s when there was lots of food abominations.
and acid.
Yeah.
Lots of food,
Just stuff in aspic. Everything was in jelly and
Warm pigeon salad.
yeah. Oh god, just everything.
The terminology
Canned
of warm
chicken.
but warm pigeon. Who signed that?
Canned chicken.
I've got 3.
I've got a third idea. Actually, just had it. Chicken in a can.
This guy's on fire. Give him a raise. Jenkins, give him a raise now.
And then he came out with a 99. I was like, that's a bit boring. Yeah, but we can overprice people on it.
It's called 99, so it's got to be 99p forever. No, it's now £7.80.
£2, mate. Fucking great idea. Fucking great.
Still call it a
And
99.
put a bit of leftover chocolate runoff that's been shaped into a cuboid on top of it.
Flake.
Call it a flake.
I really want a lolly now. Specifically one that looks like a
Yeah,
foot.
a foot lolly. I'm going to lick those toes.
And it's melting.
I don't know how we got onto this, but get onto it. We did. Are we still in the intro?
Yep,
I don't
we
know.
are.
I don't know.
We've had a business
I think
meeting.
we should.
How have
we
you
did a
week-
business
How have
meeting.
your weeks been, guys?
I don't think we
Since
need
we
to go
last
there.
recorded.
Since we last recorded, it's been quite good. And there was an ice cream.
Stuff about the Queen. Yeah, we're double recording, so we're doing two.
So we're completely.
There's not gonna
off
be a
it
double
now.
episode.
We've just lost it.
Two in
To
sessions.
clarify, there's not 2
We are
episodes
on
in
the
one day.
second episode, so no, there wouldn't be a double.
Well, I've had a terrible week, guys.
What happened?
Since we last recorded, my other wheelie bin's been stuck.
I've done nothing since we last recorded. Just sat around.
I went to the vet. Not for me.
you?
Not for me. I'm not an animal.
What happened at the vet?
You're a Seminole.
So yeah, I'm a animal. My dog ate chewing gum.
Oh, that can be bad.
Can be bad. Can be bad. So
It can be bad for humans to swallow chewing gum.
No, I swallow it all the time. Never did me anyhow.
It's not a myth, the whole 7
When it clogs up your rectum.
Yeah, could do. Oh, imagine blowing a bubble out your ass.
Well, that'll be
Lovely.
bubble gum. You need bubble
No,
gum.
it wouldn't be fun. You wouldn't realise until it was too late and it just all over your ass cheeks and then they're all stuck.
I don't
That,
know.
Chewing
that
gum.
happens anyway. Shit.
Explosive.
All them
bubble
shit
day.
bubbles that are fart.
Yeah, so he swallowed chewing gum.
How did he get the chewing gum?
Chewing gum because he just picked. Somebody dropped it on the. So you don't realize how much food and shit people drop until
You don't
you've got a
realize
dog.
how you don't realize how much dogs love to just go for the worst looking thing on the floor.
Just anything that lands on the floor,
like a
dog wants
Hoover.
it. They're like,
But
"Nom, nom, nom."
you don't notice little crisps and sweets and chocolate
Yeah.
that people drop till you got a dog and you're fucking pulling it away every 2 minutes. But yeah, he swallowed chewing gum, which can be bad because the sugar-free version has a sweetener in called xylitol. If they eat too much xylitol, it's toxic. It can kill
I
them.
thought xylitol was the American paracetamol.
I thought you were going to say like a musical instrument.
Xylitol.
Say, like,
I play the xylitol. No, it's a sweetener, but
Special.
So-
the bad sweetener.
Like the
bad
one that
sweetener.
they're playing, like the one they're playing
Bad
Diet Coke, like amphetamine away.
That's what they have in cola.
Aspartame.
Amphetamine. They just it's aspartame.
Not amphetamine.
So,
that's,
I don't know-
They remove the cocaine and just put fat in it instead.
it's healthier.
There's a podcast that I listen to, shout out Cheap Show, that says aspartame. I don't know whether it's aspartame or aspartame.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
bad sweetener.
Yeah, it's well, this xylitol.
It's just bad stuff.
Very
Bad stuff in the
very
cola.
So
bad
xylitol's
sweetener.
bad for dogs.
Yes.
Chewing gum.
However, so Lisa is really bad with Casper,
She's
my dog.
really bad.
She's really bad with
Like
panicking.
overprotective.
With
Yeah,
panicking.
yeah.
So she wants to go to the vets.
She stuck a hand right down his throat.
He's barked 3 times. He needs to go to the vets.
He's barked
Ooh,
3 times.
He had a disagreement with a cat. He needs to go to the vet. So
Oh, he's had a poo.
yeah, but I'm on the other end of the spectrum, so he could get decapitated. I'd be fine.
Yeah,
fine.
that's always what
See if
we
he
were
eats his
like
tea.
with pets.
So we've got that yin yang thing going on where she probably is worried too much, and I'm not worried enough.
So you meet in the middle
and
you
go
do
with
what she wants.
to do. We compromise. We do what she wants to
You
do.
compromise and she wins.
Yeah. So as a result, I got really expensive insurance because you get unlimited video calls to the vet.
Hi, just ringing him randomly. Hi,
2 o'clock in the morning.
Had a good day. What have you been up to this week since we last recorded?
Someone stole my wheelie bin!
I've never recorded. Why are you telling me about your wheelie bin? I can't do anything to fix
I've got
that.
unlimited calls and I'm
We
telling
should
my
do
pet
this.
wheelie
We
bin.
should do this. Be like, we've got a guest on this week. And just ring him back.
Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get our vet on the podcast. So,
unlimited. I mean,
unlimited
it's
video
such-
calls
it's
with a vet.
Unlimited video vet.
It seems like the thing to do for somebody that's
They
over.
mustn't get that many, otherwise they'd need one per customer.
Well, I think they just
Yeah, you've got
allocate you whoever's free. So,
Or like a digital
Like a call
vet
centre.
service.
very surprisingly, though,
Hello, you're through to the vet call centre.
this was the first time we'd used it because
Idiot chewing gum.
Lisa was panicking. No, called the video
Video
called the
vet.
Because
Yeah, I know.
Lisa was massively panicking, and I was like, "I'd be fine. He'd be okay." Because I'd googled it, and as with most things that are bad for dogs, they have to consume quite a large amount. For it to be
obviously.
effective. They
Not
shouldn't
a wafer thin piece
not
of
a
chewing
wafer
gum.
thin piece of chewing gum.
One piece of chewing gum's not going to do
They,
it,
sh-
is it?
they shouldn't eat garlic. They shouldn't eat onions. But if they have a bit, it's probably going to be all right. So I'd made the decision. He'll be fine. So then she rings the vet, and the vet's like, "Oh my god, time is of the essence. Get into the vet
way.
now. He's going to die."
You have 3 minutes.
As they're filling out the invoice,
You had 3 minutes, 7 minutes ago. He's dead. Your dog's dead, man.
He's just sending a lot of dollar signs to the through the
He's
WhatsApp.
just sat there going, oh my god. Video call, £2,000 chewing gum extraction.
It's 3 minutes, VAT included. Wait, not VAT included. You've got 3 minutes.
But that's where my mind went. I was like, "Oh, of course they're going to say
Yeah.
that. They're just getting more money to the vets, maybe." And it's also worth their while to err on the side of caution, you would think.
In case the dog died.
And they
And
said,
then-
"That'd be fine."
And then you're going, because then you'll be like, they said he'll be fine, I'm going to sue
That's a good
you.
point. Vets aren't the NHS,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
they
it's
probably do have
private.
that.
So I was expecting to go to the vets and be stung for £100. They normally force them to be sick, and they get it back up.
And then we
then
got to check the
that-
temperature,
They charge
which
you
is
for
a
that.
really, they do it in a really mean way.
We had to make your dog sick. What,
Yeah,
put
you
a
know-
thing in the bum?
But you know, like we put it in the mouth or the armpit or whatever for humans. Yeah, straight in the rectum for a dog.
Yeah, they do
because
that with
they can't
humans too.
bite the thermometer. But not all.
They could bite with their ass.
The arse is the last place to check the temperature. If your mouth is
depends
available,
on-
they tend to go for the
If your
mouth.
mouth's available, no ass.
And usually now they just put a laser in your head and
In your head. Laser in your
Oh
head.
no, he killed him.
Kill you in the process, but we know his temperature. It was very warm. Yeah. Dead.
Very warm before
Very
he
warm.
died.
he was above the
Hey,
average
he's getting
temperature.
Whilst he was still alive, he was this warm.
The good news is he's dead, but his temperature's come right down.
It's dropped significantly in the last couple of minutes.
So,
So you took it-
surprisingly, got to the vet, and
They were like, fuck off.
yeah,
Your dog's got fresh breath. What is your problem?
Minty.
So, oh my God, guys, we've been chatting bollocks for far too long. We need to get to the meat, the real bones of the fucking podcast now. We need to go and talk about the alternative news that we're here to report to you guys listening at home or in your cars or wherever you are. So, Mr. Adam Chase, I believe you got a story for us, mate.
Did you just become Australian and smoke like 40 cigarettes or something?
That's
before
my new
that?
persona. Do you like it?
Okay, what's it called?
My name's Keith.
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 Of course.
Of course
Keith.
it's
Of course it's Keith.
What else was it going to be, mate? Maybe Bruce?
Hang on, I'm confused.
Why are you confused? I'm not really an Australian. It's still me.
It's still Sam Benson, don't worry.
Not
It's still
confused
Sam.
me. I thought
What did you think?
I thought we were going to the middle part of the show.
Just missing everything out. It's my story.
I know it's your story, but
Shut up, Keith.
Oh, mate.
Shut up.
I'm less
It's
confused now.
story time.
Story time.
My
Brian
story's from
Cox.
fucking New Zealand as well. Near you, Keith.
Oh, mate. I fucking hate those fucking Kiwi. I'll stop the Keith now.
Waiting until that
Oh
way
wait,
up
it is
there.
Sam.
Oh no!
Outstayed my fucking welcome.
Shut up,
I
Keith.
can't stop it, mate.
It's one of them when you
He's
start,
taken over
you're
me.
fucked, aren't you?
I'm going to have to do it for the rest of the episode.
Someone throw some at him.
Kill me.
So, yes. So, my story comes straight out of New Zealand.
Straight out
right?
of New Zealand.
Straight-
Less successful follow-up to Straight Out of Compton.
And it's about a pizza company.
Fucking pizza. All right, ChatGPT.
Well, that's it. I just asked ChatGPT to give me a story. It's made it up, really. No, I said, ChatGPT, give me a story to really annoy Sam. And it went,
a
pizza
pizza,
or
eh?
aliens.
Or both. Or both.
I just went for pizza. So this is, so this New Zealand pizza company, it's called Hell Pizza, and it's introduced a new way of paying for your pizza. How fantastic is that?
A new
Brand
way?
new way of paying
Well,
for
you're
your
saying
pizza.
it's fantastic, but you haven't told us the,
You
the
wouldn't-
method
you
of
wouldn't have
payment
brought
yet.
it up.
Yeah, I don't think it's fantastic at all. I think this is a big ruse.
Yeah.
I know this is it. We'll see if you think it's fantastic or not. So,
Is it a
they're
ruse?
going to
If you
be...
can pay with pebbles or something, then that's fantastic.
Well,
Bottle caps.
the scheme will be available to...
The scheme
a,
is a
ri-
scheme.
a rice mile.
It's a scheme.
You can pay with a rice mile.
With a
With a what?
A rice mile.
What? A rice mile.
Rice mile.
A rice mile.
A rice mile. There you go.
You can pay with a wank. No, not really. So it's gonna be available
pay
to
with
the
money.
That wouldn't be a new scheme.
It might be in New Zealand.
What do you think they do in New Zealand?
I don't really
Pay with
know.
sheep normally.
That's Wales, right?
No, there's more 3 sheep
Wales
for every
pay with
person in
I
New
mean, there's a
Zealand.
lot in New Zealand as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wales
Oh, the
versus New
Welsh.
Zealand in the
New
sheep
I
cup.
thought you meant Wales, the animal paid. How are they even rounding this?
There's too many whales just walking around New Zealand.
What do they do? They just pop up on shore. We need a couple of these sheep. Thank you. We've got to pay
Taking
for
them
something
for an important investment.
There's 3 whales for every person in New Zealand.
on land.
Yeah, just
In the water's a different
flopping
story.
around, yeah.
So the first 666 clients are going to be able to sign up.
because it's called Hell Pizza.
Because it's called El Pizza.
They did that.
Oh, they're gonna be paid for with
Heading. I've not done that in a while.
some satanic thing.
It's not a satanic thing, no.
Blood.
It is going to be a legally enforceable agreement, okay?
What illegally enforcing?
A legally enforceable agreement. So they have
illegal is very confusing.
they have to sign up for a legally enforceable agreement
Okay.
for this scheme to pay for their pizza, right?
Oh, okay.
It's called Afterlife Pay,
Right.
and you pay for
Corpses. No.
it. Not with corpses.
Black market kidneys.
By
pay-
killing yourself.
You pay for it after you've died. So
Oh,
it
what?
has to be written into your will that you basically pay off your tab with
Your
this pizza
pizza debt.
company after you die with your estate.
And they're definitely not poisoning these pizzas to speed up the process.
Yeah, we're about to
For
be
660. It's a
Oh,
bit.
it's
It's
for
a risk,
660. Right, okay.
it's a bit of a risky move though, because if one of those people could go fully rogue,
Yeah.
and just
7,000 margaritas.
every day
Yeah, but
just getting
there
pizza
is a lot
over
of
and over and
people
over
well
and over
known
again.
for not being able to pay off debts in the
Yeah,
world.
I know. And this, it's,
Well, it
I
is,
reckon
it
you'd
is
have to
hell
get-
pizza, so you'd have to pay your debts with your soul. If
well,
you
no,
don't pay
you have
with
to
money.
pay them with your estate afterwards.
Oh.
You have to put it in your will.
And if you
Like a
don't, then you
Volvo,
sold.
like a Volvo.
no,
estate.
I don't think the devil owns this pizza shop.
Can you imagine that though? Of all your debts, like
Volvo
your bank mortgage and everything, and the first thing that gets claimed is the pizza debt, and the banks are like, "Well, that's fucked us." Then.
The house, the entire sale
If
of the
you
house.
can't afford
pizza
to buy a pizza whilst you're alive, you shouldn't be.
it's not about affording it, is it? It's about
It's a marketing scheme, and we're talking about it on the world's most successful podcast. So.
world's most success. Oh God, we've gone up in the world since
Yeah.
last episode.
It was just
After the
Yorkshire's alternative news, and now it's just
Now
the
it's
world.
the world.
And now it's the marketing podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this
Well-
the episode that started with the business meet? Was that this?
No, that was a business. That was a real business meeting.
That was
It was
real
a genuine
live-
business
yeah.
meeting that we were recording.
That was a fly on the wall documentary on Hardings and Sons.
Hardings Hanson.
Yeah, Hardings and Sons.
Hardings Hanson.
Yeah, that was the business in question. Anyway, this is a marketing thing, and it's worked.
It's definitely
It's
worked
worked,
in a
Adam.
way,
It's
but at
worked.
the
Has
same
it worked?
time,
We don't know because none of them are
it's
dead.
it's dangerous, isn't it? It's dangerous.
It's a risky business.
It's a very risky business maneuver because if one of those people does go a bit rogue and starts eating a pizza every day, that company ends up in debt until they
So
die.
it's
which would-
666 people that can do this whenever for the rest of their living days.
Yeah, the first 666 people can sign up for this buy.
I would bankrupt that
after
pizza
Yeah,
place.
exactly.
I would eat pizza every day.
I don't think it's a very good idea.
I'm the type of person that not only can eat the same thing day after day after day after day because I've got
After
if
day.
you're
such
getting it
shit taste buds.
like later.
But pizza is my favourite thing in the fucking world. I would bankrupt.
This is like
ruin
somebody
this.
is create like a new addiction. This could create a new addiction.
666 people, a few of those at least are going to cause chaos. This company, I think it's going to be bad.
I'm guessing this is a new company as well. That sounds like a kind of open
But
promotional offer.
okay, but hear me out here.
So
hear me out.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to hear you out.
So
I'm going to hear you out.
there might be some
No,
terms
no.
and conditions.
So
that
anyway,
they can only get one pizza a day. Every pizza shop will lose at least one pizza a day to it being fouled upon. You know, if it's like if they refund a customer or it gets dropped on the floor. So one extra pizza isn't going to break the bank.
There's got to be small print, hasn't there?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
it's got
saying?
to be.
Is that what you're saying?
However, you can
Everything has small print.
There'll be
It doesn't-
Death itself has small
there'll be
print.
tiny print below the small print as well, which
maybe
you
they
can
just
read it
print.
normal.
Maybe
Yeah.
they print it on the
I
crust.
can read small things because I'm small.
Well,
is
the
that, is that the
paper
joke
was
you
a lot
make?
It's
bigger.
not small
Because
to
of my
you then.
small eyes.
You have zoom in vision because of your small.
I mean, a piece of paper will seem bigger to you than it does to me.
So
that doesn't mean I can read small writing. I'm not down at the level of the writing. And the
That's
letters are now
true.
huge, like fucking Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
But it is if the paper was big enough and you were small enough. That's exactly what would happen. So I'm saying you are small enough for that to be the case.
Fair enough. I stand
It
corrected.
doesn't say anything about catch or any
Understood.
sort of limit to it, or anything like that in the article. Maybe it does. Maybe
They
we
don't
can
talk.
find
You
out.
don't get small print in
Yeah, I
an
know. So we'll see. But obviously, a few people have raised their heads about it, saying it could become quite addictive as well, because it is fast food.
That's what I'm
and
saying. It is
a lot
for
of-
like gambling and stuff.
Yeah.
And
if you've got technically free meals forever, you could very much rely on that as a crutch, and you wouldn't know the kind of debt you're building up.
There's got to be catches
There's
because
got
you
to
could
be
just go in
somewhere.
and you could
Obviously,
buy,
doesn't state
you
it.
could get pizzas to
you'll
give
have to end up having
friends
to get a guarantor. Imagine your
Surely
partner
you're
or
gonna get
parents
credit
getting a
checks and
fucking
stuff.
bill after death. and
That's
it's
what's gonna
10,000
happen,
Yeah,
bill.
you could die and have no money, and then they just we don't even get paid for all those pizzas now.
It could fuck the company up. It could fuck the people up. It's a pretty risky maneuver.
Also, they're calling it Hell Pizza and using 666, willy nilly. They're not going to get much
but
good
they're
luck.
cool and devil related, and all the cool people love.
What do they have, like a hot pepperoni pizza?
I bet they fucking do.
Yeah.
Devil's asshole pizza.
Sign me up.
Horny margarita.
Speaking of that, did you see the story of the bus?
Just
The bus, yeah.
The
there was-
bus.
The wheels on the bus, they were going round.
they
There was
went
this
round
thing,
and round.
oh my god!
Round and round.
Round
And round, yeah.
What
The wheels
about
on the bus
the
did what?
wipers on the bus
But, well, no, get this. Before we go on to that, do you know how long they did it for?
all
Day long, all day long. All day long.
And the wipers on the bus.
They went swish, swish, swish. But nobody gives a shit about them. So, yeah, that's the story of the bus.
And the old man on the bus went, how much?
Is that the next part of the ride?
It
This
is
is the
now.
2023 version. Cost of living. I used to get a day rider for 10p.
Man on the bus went, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that.
I got to
The driver on the bus said, "I'm not driving that. I'm on strike. I'm on strike." The person on the bus said, "There's another fucking strike. There's another fucking strike."
The other person said, all the Tories are cunts.
The chavs on the bus drinking prime.
Selling it for a fortune. No, the bus.
The 103 didn't turn up today. Turn up today.
I was fucking late. Stupid bus. No, I think it's in Poland.
So I have heard this story about
Have
it.
you?
Yeah, that's why I knew where it was going.
What was the bus in Poland? Come on, tell me. I've not heard the story.
The story about the bus was what we've just gone through.
Oh, the
Yeah,
wheels and the wipers. Yeah,
So
yeah,
people
on
tell
the
us
bus.
it's Polish bus. They go vroom vroom vroom.
Skrishbineshki. That's what
Russian.
Yeah. Polish is very similar.
Yeah, but you just spoke
Language-wise.
Russian. You just said my octopus has 5 penises.
I know, it's
Well,
weird
it
things
does.
to say.
I think that's important that people
3
know about
hearts,
this.
5 penises,
8 legs.
8 tentacles,
Tentacles.
and a million suckers.
Hang on, let me. There's the bus in Poland.
And you can't start telling about a story and then go on your phone.
You
That's
can't
how it
tell us a
works.
story about a bus and
Right.
then tell us another story about a
Well,
Polish
I
bus.
just saw it. I didn't read about it.
Well, what did you see about it?
I'm going to have to do it from the
Memory.
top from memory now. I think it's in Poland. There's a bus that goes to a place called Hell. There's a place.
Oh, yeah, but they've
Hell,
changed.
And it was the
yeah.
number 666 bus.
And the
And they've
satanic
changed the number.
people.
And they've had to change
You
it.
know,
Yeah, we've seen this story. God, Sam.
Political correctness gone mad, I tell you. We're going to go to hell on the 666 anymore.
Did they change it
the
to the
first time-
69?
Something like that. Yeah.
No.
They did. They
They
did.
changed it to the 69.
I think it changed to 668. or
if you are
something.
69, you're going to hell.
Why?
No, if you do 60, I don't know. where
Why?
I'm going with that.
Why
Why?
would you
No,
go
but
to hell
something
if you
more
did
interesting's
69?
happened.
Go on.
For the
What?
first time ever,
Yeah.
we've had the same story. I wasn't going to use it on today's show.
All 3 of us.
But I had that story lined up, ready to use.
The Hell bus.
The Hell bus.
And we've all
tell
seen
us all
it.
about it then. I'm glad I brought it up as a side then.
Because Hell was even strange because ages ago on a podcast that we did that never existed, I did a quiz round on funny play. In fact, I think you did it.
Yeah, I did that.
And it was
Depends
Knob
on trying to-
Gobbler's Knob, and Hell was one of them.
Oh, really? Oh, it might have been Austria then.
Because the sign
Oh,
says
no,
Welcome to Hell.
No, it's
Yeah.
definitely Poland.
Yeah,
it
it
is
is
a
Poland.
Polish bus, yeah. It
No,
is.
no, it's Austrian.
Oh no, Austrian was wank, wasn't it? Oh,
No,
fuck.
Austrian was
Austria
fuck.
was fuck. Yeah, Austrian was fuck. There's a place
Fucking.
called
Fucking.
fucking in Austria.
that's
There
it.
we go. We
That's
got
the
there in the
one.
end.
The 69 goes to fucking in Austria.
But yeah, the number 666 bus no longer allowed to go to hell.
So it's 668 now, the neighbour of the
I
beast.
think I was gonna
I love that. The Iron Maiden tribute
Ned
band.
Flanders.
Oh, is that a Simpsons joke?
I don't know.
I thought you just made that up.
No, I did.
I didn't realise.
668, the neighbor of the beast.
Well, the neighbour plus 1.
Next door but one.
Next door but one of the
Next door but one to the beast.
668 would be next door
Does
but
the
one to
noise,
the beast.
Does the noise carry over to next door but one?
They're less annoyed than the neighbour of the beast, which is 667.
The next door neighbour is really annoying.
665, right out.
665's lovely.
570.
That's Janet. She brings my bins in, or she used to. Before Janet stole it, the bitch. So it's it's not the middle of the pod. I don't know what's going on. We're all cock a hoop. It's some part of the podcast, but it's the part of the podcast where I get to do anything that the fuck I want. But we went off a little tangentially today, didn't we?
Tangentially?
We did a bit tangenital.
Tangenital.
We love a good
Tangenital.
Yeah,
Tangentials.
perineum sunning has come up again. Tangenitals. So, it's the section of the podcast where I can do anything the fuck I want. And actually, I saw a little story myself.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Getting all the stories in today.
I did that. It caught my eye. It did.
Did it hurt?
It's I gouged it
wonder-
right out.
Have you caught your eye on a door
wondered why
handle or
you were
something?
Oh, that's horrible. I don't like eyes. I mean, I do, because they're very important to see and things like that.
Don't like them.
You just don't like them because yours work as well as mine do, I suppose. I can't see without visual aids, and you just can't see colour. You have AIDS.
We both have shit eyes.
Where did that
I
come
don't know.
from? Sam's got fucking AIDS, mate.
Sorry, mate. I'll start insulting his eyes, and then I'll move on to his viral
Tell him
disease.
he's got AIDS.
Apologies.
So, yeah, I saw a story. It's something that we've talked about before on an old podcast that doesn't exist anymore. Did you see the results from this year's cheese rolling contest?
I actually did.
Did you actually?
The cheese rolling contest is an excellent. It got cancelled for a few years during COVID.
Yeah, it
because
did,
the
didn't
biggest
it?
threat of running down a hill chasing a wheel of cheese was
Someone coughing on you.
airborne disease.
Yeah, so I think we need to take a couple of steps back if you don't know what we're talking about when we're talking cheese rolling. So there is a competition that happens in the UK
It's a
every
double
year
Gloucester.
in the village of Brockworth in Gloucester, where there's basically this huge hill called Cooper's Hill that's pretty much almost
It's all
vertical.
hill. It's all
fucking
freaking
steep
hill.
It's
as
a
shit, mate.
steep
It's
as shit
steep
hill.
as shit.
If it was bigger, it'd be a mountain.
And as is tradition, they throw a big wheel of double Gloucester cheese down it, and people run after it.
I'm actually feling hungry now.
Oh, I could go for some double Gloucester.
Would you chase that cheese?
I would chase the
I would,
fuck out
I would
of
even
that
chase
cheese.
single Gloucester at this point.
Would you?
Hey.
What about just Gloucester? On its own. Oh, that is single Gloucester. Sorry. Sorry. So, they throw a big wheel of cheese down it and people
And
run
you just
after it
run.
because people are fucking mental.
And some people
basically.
die.
Break out.
Somebody
look-
died?
People have died
No,
before.
no, I think they've been
Severely
Broken.
maimed.
Maimed.
Yeah, severely maimed.
dislocations, broken bones. No,
I think someone
do you think in the UK
died.
they would let them run that still if somebody died?
Yes.
I have to tell you that I've been doing a little bit of reading about the cheese rolling. I
Okay.
didn't see anything about any deaths.
Oh,
But
no
maybe
deaths.
they
Let me
wanted to
find out.
avoid that.
First
because
fact: 0 people died.
biggest conspiracy of the year. People are burying all the cheese rolling deaths to keep it going. So, yeah, it's about a 3 to 4 kilogram double Gloucester cheese, which is dressed in ribbons, chucked down a hill. People run after it. The cheese is given about a 1 second head start, and then people bomb after it, and they fall arse over tit, hurt themselves, and they have to have
Yeah.
ambulances on standby and shit. As Benson says, it was cancelled during the pandemic, and it was cancelled as well back in 2009 due to safety concerns. But the villagers fought back.
Yeah.
The villagers fought back and said, "No, we're going to put this on because it's tradition. We want to put on this festival of cheese chasing."
Village of rule breakers.
Yeah, so they did it themselves. Fair play to them. They just
Did it?
took-
Well, who does it normally? The police.
I think there's some kind of organisation.
the organisation
that does
of Double Gloucester Cheese Rolling Hill competition.
it. Yeah, you know it well.
The
Yeah, you seem to know it well. Helen Thorpe, who was a former winner, was quoted as saying, "No one's going to stop us doing it. It's all official, and we are the Brockworth people, and we're running cheese today,
We
so
the
it's
people of
official." I love that. Is that what they call it? Running cheese, dude.
Gotta
Running
run that
cheese,
cheese,
dude.
man.
Hey, man, we're running cheese.
Man, is
So,
that
well, the
average?
thing is, right? I mean, fair play to him. You can't just go around telling people, you know, if people want to go and run the cheese, yeah, it become an official thing.
Good call.
Let's go straight into it.
He knows he's a cheese runner, isn't he? This guy's a cheese runner.
If people want to run the cheese and the fucking police are like, "Oh, you can't do that," it's come
What
big
are the
thing,
police going to do?
then-
Shoot the cheese?
Yeah, exactly. Then you just turn up and go, "Well, we're fucking doing it anyway." They
Move
can't.
it to a different hill. That'll
It's not
confuse everyone.
illegal.
I don't care what you say. I'm
Just
going to run the cheese,
just
man.
because they have safety concerns, it's the police's job is not there
They're being
to be like,
advised.
"Oh, I'm sorry, this is unsafe. You can't do it."
Do you think it's good to keep tradition going just because it's tradition, even though it's fucking stupid and people
Well, no,
get
because
hurt?
there'll be certain things.
I mean, generally, tradition is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is.
The whole point of tradition is that you do these things that are just.
yeah, there's certain
stupid.
traditions that it's probably a good job did stop. Prima nocta.
Oh God, yeah, that's definitely one of them. But I think stuff like this, yeah, it's dangerous and that, but the people fully know what they're getting into.
Oh, yeah.
Informed decision should be the main thing.
Informed decision.
Informed decision.
I believe Sean
people
Connery
have the
likes
full
the cheese.
Yeah, as long as
information.
the governing body have said, look, we're
The governing
advised,
body of cheese rolling.
we have advised against
The
it.
GBCR.
Yeah, you should only roll cheese down a hill that has a 30-degree
We-
angle. This is much too
we,
steep
the
from the cheese board
GCBR,
regulations.
We, the GBCR, doth declare
And
the
do declare.
cheese rolling of 2009 shall be unsafe and advise against.
But I'm glad they sort of took it back, even
Yeah,
though I do think there is a lot of tradition that's very silly. But
Why
I also-
was it going to be cancelled?
That tradition
because
is silly, but some
people get hurt. People
Yeah.
get hurt.
Well,
So
just 1 year they decided that year.
in 1993, 15 people were injured, including 4 seriously. For running down a hill chasing cheese, that's quite a lot of
including
injuries.
4 seriously.
Yeah,
Who's the... Okay.
yeah. So
What's a serious
what I did
injury
read
versus
was
an injury?
one of the safety measures they implemented was
You must walk, not run.
I love that. Don't run.
you're not allowed to actually go down the hill. You just have to watch the cheese.
I got there first in the imagination race. No, you didn't.
I win every imagination race.
I win.
No, I won the
I
imagination
win.
race.
I win.
My cheese, my race.
So in 2013, I believe it was, they replaced the cheese with a foam safety cheese. So
Is the cheese the dangerous part?
that's what I thought. That was where my mind went. I was like, the
it's
cheese
like,
is
I thought the running down the hill was the
One
dangerous
of the 4
part.
seriously
Evidently,
injured wasn't a runner. It was a
the
bystander
people
who
at
got
the
hit with a
bottom
wheel of
they
cheese.
get took out by cheese.
I mean, a 4 kilogram wheel of cheese at high velocity is
heavy,
gonna
yeah.
hurt.
I read it and I thought the health and safety people are protecting the safety of the cheese. They don't want the cheese to get hurt. And then I
Wrap
was
the cheese in bubble wrap.
And then my brain went to, oh yeah, people at the bottom of the cheese going 70 miles an hour, hurtling down a hill, 4 kilograms into somebody's face. That's
Well,
going to fucking
don't be
hurt.
stood where the cheese is.
Don't be stood where the
Yeah,
cheese
it's
is.
going
like-
That's
down
rule
the
number
hill.
1 of cheese rolling, my
That's
friend.
the fucking way of the cheese.
That's a good point. It's like saying if you get hit by a car, don't stand in the road.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you stood on the pavement and you get hit by a car, fair enough. But if you are stood directly in the path of a rolling cheese,
But what if
a
it-
loose rolling
bounces
cheese
off a rock?
wheel,
That's it. What if it hits
What,
an
what if it's
rock?
a, what if it's a
Bounces straight into
a
your face.
ricocheted cheese can be just as deadly as
Isn't that a type of cheese?
So surely,
Ricochet.
surely,
Oh, I love a
to
nice
make,
soft
smoke-
ricochet
a
on my
smoked
crackers.
ricochet.
surely to make it safe, they just put like netting either side of this thing and have the
Can't know
people
because
behind
it removes the
It
tradition.
removes the netting.
So, which company built
Cheese melts
the
netting.
sponge for it? Was it one of these PPE companies?
What we've done is we've made this sponge out of
And it's
cheese.
a high density sponge that actually weighs 6 kilograms. There was one serious flaw with the
It
manufacturing of the
actually
cheese
weighed
sponge.
more than a normal cheese and was more dangerous.
In 2014, was it a titanium cheese rolling?
Carbon
it's
fiber.
just-
When did that come in?
It's just it's
floats
an
up.
imaginary cheese now. They did the imaginary race first, and now it's an imaginary
Somebody
cheese.
uses a laser pointer.
10 years time, it's just going to be a balloon, isn't it?
It's AR. It's actual reality. You put those Apple things on,
Actual-
and the cheese
Actual
will be
reality, augmented
Hang on,
reality.
what did I say?
Actual reality, it's
did I
just your
say?
normal
This is-
eyes.
this is actual
You
reality.
said actual
I thought I
reality.
just said
This is
AR.
actual reality right now.
I don't live in actual
Well,
reality.
it could be a simulation. You guys don't know.
But have you seen the videos of it?
Well-
It is carnage.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
it's like this bull run in Spain.
Well, this
There
is
is a
it.
lot of things wrong with that.
This is the
Lot of
reason that I
things.
brought it up, because this year it was, I don't know if you saw it, but it was won by a Canadian lady called Delaney Irving.
Coming over here,
Ah.
stealing
Coming
our
over here
cheese.
stealing our cheese. That's what she was doing.
Use
and
a car.
she fell on. There's a video of her winning her race.
Right.
And she goes ass over tit, smashes her face onto the hill, gets knocked clean unconscious, and bounces over the finish line in first place. Doesn't
I think
realise.
it's to grab the cheese.
No, nobody. There's only one person that's ever grabbed the cheese.
You've,
Somebody
got to,
got the
you've just got to race down the
Yeah.
hill, basically.
Basically.
Have you ever
she-
been in a dream where you fall down a hill and you kind of just jump
Yeah,
in there?
you
And, boom.
But yeah,
So she crossed the finish line unknowingly
Unconscious.
whilst completely
and
unconscious.
didn't realise she'd won it until she came to in the medical tent. And she was
Excellent.
like, hey, I've won it.
With the wheel of cheese on a
Was
chest.
she happy that she won it?
Yeah, of course.
Right, so what's the fucking
that's what she
problem?
went
I
there
mean,
to
how
do.
expensive is a 3 to 4 kilogram wheel of double
Does she
wheels?
win the cheese?
Yeah, you win the cheese.
You win the
Fuck
weel
yeah.
of
I don't know if you
cheese.
win the cheese, but you win
It'd be
a
a bit
cheese.
battered, but yeah, no, a full wheel, yeah, a full
Full wheel. Yeah,
I
full
imagine
wheel.
that.
See,
Due
I
to
would-
magic cuts, you get one slice of cheese on a cracker.
We know
Get a
how
dairy triangle. ankle.
I've broken my jaw.
The cheese string. We know how
That's not real cheese. Get out of here.
we know how dangerous it is. Would you do it, Benson?
Absolutely not, no.
Would you do it, Sam?
Yep.
There is nothing
I would
worse
do it.
than a dislocated limb.
I would do it.
Dislocating limbs.
I wouldn't go for it and try and win because I
What, you
probably
just
knock
ramble
myself out,
slowly
but
down
I
the
would
hill.
go down the hill to see what it's like.
But there is a video of her doing that, and I would advise
it
you going.
ace?
Yeah, she smashes herself unconscious and
Cool as
wins the
fuck.
race. Yeah, but there was
How cool would that be?
there was an event won by a guy called Matt Crawler. I enjoyed his.
Did he crawl?
Yeah.
What was that? That was like a proper cartoon sound. Good.
So he won and asked how he prepared. He said, "I don't think you can train for it, can you? It's just being an idiot." And I'm like, yeah, fair play, Matt. You're
That's
buying
exactly
into the
it.
spirit. You're buying into the spirit. And another guy won another event. I think he won the uphill. I don't know how that works. Don't know how
Oh
you
God!
check that.
Why would you do that?
That's the
one?
worst one.
That's the see the
How's it-
downhill's super dangerous, but no one wants to do the uphill.
And I don't know how the cheese gets up there.
Anti-gravity.
Anti-gravity cheese. Yeah.
Maybe each one of them has got the 4-kilogram cheese attached to them.
I need to find out more. But the guy was called Ryoya Minamini from
sounds like a cheese.
from Japan. So he came all the way from Japan, and
to
obviously,
run the race. See, it's a great race.
so I was like, obviously he was asked, "Why have you come halfway around the world to chase a cheese?" And his response
don't
was,
get cheese in
"Because
Japan."
I love cheese."
Yeah.
What a
What
reason!
excellent.
What a guy!
Can't argue with it.
What
It's
a
just
guy.
it's a fact.
But there's loads of stupid things like that. Like, look at the Red Bull flu tag. That's stupid.
Are these stupid traditions
The
for
red flu
around
blue
the
tag.
world?
The Red Bull flu tag. That's where you make a little machine and you go down a track and go over the lake
God,
and try and fly.
And
Oh, in the longest of flight, but they also
Yeah,
got the
that's
soapbox.
it.
they do the soapbox.
And they do the
Soapbox is
soapbox
so
derby,
cool.
which is mental. But they do loads of like downhill BMX races and they're fucking nuts.
X-Trails,
Yeah.
X-Games.
But what's wrong with it? If people
They do
know
them
what they're
planes
doing,
that
they
fly
know
around
what
the-
they're getting into. People are informed that you might die.
It's a good
It's
point.
their choice.
It's a good point. You've got your horses that choose to be racing horses.
That's a different story, isn't it?
But,
We're talking
well,
about
okay,
people running down a hill.
F1 drivers, they know that risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Boxing, UFC, I mean, that's just crazy. Bare knuckle fighting, that's just crazy.
People know the risk. They know what they're getting themselves into. People who parachute jump, people who do free falling, people who base jump,
People who jump out of a plane without a parachute.
Yep, people who jump out of planes, people who jump from the stratosphere.
Wingsuit. Have you seen wingsuiting?
That's fucking nuts.
Oh,
is
that's
that?
cool.
It's
like the
cool
most
as hell.
fun
though.
Flying
thing ever,
squirrels.
but
You would
also
die.
fucking scary.
But yeah, this is it. It's scary as hell, but people do it because they're thrill seekers. Why are we policing them? Why are we saying we can't?
Well,
do-
we shouldn't be.
shouldn't do that.
And do you know
running
what?
down a hill. Fuck
People
off.
people should be allowed to do their silly traditions around the
Absolutely.
world. And it is on that note that I would like to present to you Sam's top 5 strangest traditions from around the world. You knew it was coming. In at number 5, we've got a tradition from Spain, El Calacho, which literally translates as baby jumping. Yep, infants are laid on the ground while grown men dressed as the devil run around leaping over them. A tradition that's been going for 400 years. What could possibly go wrong?
Wow.
In at number 4, we're staying in Spain. Well, it is nice weather, isn't it? And this time it's El Entierro de la Sardina, or the burial of the sardine. Most Python-sounding thing ever. And after a funeral procession of black-clad mourners, a sardine is buried in the ground to symbolise abstinence from festivities at the start of Lent. In at number 3, it's at number 3, but it's my personal favourite actually. It's the monkey buffet in Thailand, which just sounds like the most fun thing you could ever do. It starts with people dressed as monkeys dancing around the ruins of the Phra Prang Samyot temple, after which some 2,000 local macaques feast upon a wonderful smorgasbord with none reserved for the humans. Give it to the monkeys. In at number 2, it's the bizarre Danish tradition of cinnamon throwing. Should you reach your 25th birthday without a significant other, your friends and family may just tie you to a tree and cover you head to toe in cinnamon because reasons. Now, you best find yourself a partner by the time you're 30, otherwise the ritual will be performed again, but this time with pepper.
Ah.
And at number 1, it's a little closer to home. It's the Welsh tradition of Mari Lwyd, which of course involves sticking a horse's skull on a broomstick, dressing it as a ghost, and then parading from house to house. When the door is answered, they will request entry via the medium of song before being told to fuck off, again in a lyrical style. And that is Sam's top 5 strangest traditions.
Is number
Fucking
4
hell.
the fact?
What?
Is number 4 the fact?
No, it's a different thing. It sounds, but yeah, which
First one I love, the top one, the fucking Welsh one. I've heard of it before.
have you? I never heard any of those.
I want to know how they say fuck off in the medium of song.
Well, I thought we'd workshop it. So I'm coming to your door now, Benson, with my horse's skull atop a broomstick, dressed as a ghost, and I'm not going to try and do it in the Welsh accent because that's
Okay.
terrible. So I've knocked on your door. You're going to open the door. Hello there. I've got a horse's skull on a broom, and I'd like to come into your house, please.
fuck off.
No, you need to do it back. You need to do it
You
back
need a
in
verse.
song.
Give him a
Oh,
verse.
sorry. Oh, what's occurring, you weird man with a horse's head? I'm going to tell you now. No, fuck off right now.
Favourite tradition ever.
Absolutely amazing. I think it's brilliant.
I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. They're singing at each other.
I'm a bigger fan of the burial of the sardine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
The burial of the sardine.
And on the 4th day, the sardine shall be buried until Lent is over. Then the first thing we shall eat is the sardine.
Just dig
5
it back
inches
up.
below the ground.
Not
No more
three.
than 5 inches.
Not 3, not 4, and 1 is right out. It's literally, it's out of the ground.
What were the other ones then?
The only one I'd heard of was La Tomatina, which almost made it into number 5, which is the Spain tomato festival where they throw tomatoes at each other.
Spain has a lot
yeah,
of...
yeah.
It was-
Spain has loads of these random ones.
It was-
They have a
It's
holiday every
unbelievable,
weekend.
yeah.
Like literally every week they have a celebration.
Just a crazy celebration. It was edged out by El Calacho, which is the baby jumping fest.
That
See, El
sounds
Calacho
so
sound-
dangerous.
El Calacho sounds like
Yeah, exactly. You're just going to stamp on a baby.
What if you got a
Hey,
plastic
gringo,
try?
you snap on the baby.
What if you got a plastic trident?
This
and
is
catch
Why is
it?
there an,
not
why is there an
Italian.
Italian person here? You're not allowed to play.
I mean, they're close to
El-
Spain.
This is
El-
our tradition.
What's it
Our
called?
tradition.
El Capici?
El Calacho.
It does sound like
El
either a drink.
Calacho.
It literally
either a drink or a
translates
food.
as baby jumping.
Yeah, no, but it sounds like...
crazy, isn't it, that
Can
one?
I have 2 El Calachos, please?
You can. And there you go. There's your... Oh, God. Take it
Two
away.
children. No, I don't want that. I don't want it.
No, you need to jump over them, sir.
And what was the one after that?
Then we
Sardines.
had the sardines,
The burial
Entierro
of
della
sardine.
Sardina, the monkey buffet.
Hey, that's
2,000
cool.
macaques, get them in.
Yeah,
give
but
'em
you'd be
food.
hungry. I would be
I'm
hungry.
sure you can eat other stuff.
No, you're not allowed to eat.
You're not allowed to eat from the feast that they prepare for the monkeys, but you can eat the
You
monkeys.
can bring your own. You can bring your own
Bring your own
sample.
monkey.
You can
Bring
bring
your
a
own
pack
snack.
lunch.
Yeah, they've got like a guy walking out going, monkey on a stick. Monkey, anybody want a monkey on a
Chilled,
stick?
chilled monkey
Yeah,
brains.
Chilled
popcorn,
monkey
hot
brains,
dogs,
yeah.
monkeys on a stick. So yeah, that was, and the Danish one of cinnamon throwing.
I love
that's
that.
crazy.
Oh, well, now you're 30. You know what's happening? You're going to get peppered to fuck.
Peppered to fuck because you've not
What
got
happens
a
at
partner.
35 Mays?
Semen.
Oh, see-
Yeah, covered in semen.
What happens if you get to 40?
Um,
Just set you on fire?
arsenic.
Why are you pointing at me? What happens when you get to 40? You're pointing at me then?
You get Benson
So-
thrown at you.
Where's
Benson
it? Where's,
just runs at you.
Where's this? Daneland.
Daneland, yeah.
Daneland, yeah.
I mean, they are under some serious pressure to get laid,
I
aren't they?
know, it's bad, isn't it, to have a partner? Who wants a partner?
But they do that cinnamon challenge, don't they, where you eat
Yeah,
like
man,
a teaspoon
that's
of...
killed people.
That's
cinnamon.
on, yeah, that's a
killed
And
TikTok
that, and that fucks you up,
social
doesn't it?
media thing, yeah.
So getting
yeah.
covered head to toe in cinnamon, I can imagine that's
Just
not very
keep
pleasant.
your mouth closed.
Don't breathe. Yeah, it's simple.
Oh, God.
Or let's all do it
Breathing
then.
it all through your nose. Oh, yeah.
Let's all go.
Sam,
let's all go
strip
Daneland.
naked. Let's get you in cinnamon.
Yeah.
I don't think the
next
I
KRP
don't, I
video.
don't think they absolutely cake you in cinnamon. It's more like just a light dusting.
They just throw a bit at you.
Yeah, like the same amount
cook-
of sprinkling
Like
on a hot
sprinkling
chocolate.
glitter
They
on
cover
you.
you in a heap of it, so only your head is protruding from
Well,
the top of
They,
the
they, get,
cinnamon
they,
mountain.
get, they get a 4-kilogram bucket of cinnamon. And
Yeah,
go,
but it could be a
They
heat
back up a
teaspoon.
massive truck and just tip it.
just a full-on fucking
When it gets to the pepper in
reverse
the use
tipper. Are they called tippers?
There's an
though?
87% death rate
Tipper.
from
Back
people
tipper.
getting buried in cinnamon.
But it's like once they get to the pepper stage, they use one of them planes that they use for wildfires with the big tanks on it.
out of those 5, which tradition would you most like to be involved with?
The
Welsh
burial
one,
of the sardine.
yeah, I'd like to witness that.
No, the burial of the sardine is boring as fuck. The idea of it's funny.
Oh, right, okay, well, the Welsh
someone's
one-
I'd
literally
like
just
the
burying
monkey
a
one,
sardine.
obviously. The macaque one would be awesome.
The
to
Welsh-
watch.
the Welsh
but the
thing.
Welsh one would be hilarious. I don't
The
know if
horse
I'd,
skull.
yeah.
That sounds to me like a tradition that's just like a stream of consciousness thing, and somebody's just
Possibly.
gone. So you get a broomstick, right, and then you get
put
a
fucking-
horse's
I've got horses in
skull.
here, right, put
Put it
that
on
on it.
there. Right, well, I've got the skull on the stick. Now what? Dress it up as a ghost.
Yeah,
Right,
put-
okay.
put a sheet over
big
it.
blanket
This
over
is
it.
the guy that got promoted to
This is Wales, though.
I've got a 5th idea, right? It's not related to food, but I think we should be branching out. We need to diversify, guys.
Somebody get me a horse's skull.
You're not going to believe this, guys. You're not going to believe.
And if that fails, we got this sardine that we're going to bury.
It's the same guy. He came up with it all. He's just the ideas man.
I've got a plan B.
Wild idea. We're just throwing them out there.
Devils and babies.
It's like that South Park episode where they're ripping on Family Guy with the manatees. And just
with the idea
random,
tank.
yeah, the
Fucking
idea
tank.
tank. Yeah, the idea tank. That's what it's like.
That's how it should go.
So,
Just
horse's
random
head
ideas.
on a stick. Make it a ghost. Go out to people's houses and sing to them. In all seriousness, though, if you do, enjoy yourself. Whatever makes
Yeah, it
you
don't
happy.
matter, does it?
You're
Just
not
fucking
harming
go for
anybody.
it.
If you want to pick gooseberries and stick them in your eye while worshipping a pigeon, you fucking go for it, my friend.
As long as you're not hurting anyone
New
else.
tradition, right?
Gooseberries and pigeons.
6th idea. Sandra, can we just shut
I don't
Steve?
know where bloody mute button is. I can mute my...
Steve, can you just click the mute button? It looks like a little speaker, okay?
Is that Buster Barry still talking? I'm putting my headphones back on now. Oh, everyone seems to
We
be a bit
need
quiet.
to hear the
I can hear
quarterly
someone.
figures from Barry, Steve. We'll come back to you in a
Quarterly
moment.
figures, yeah. So Barnsley did.
Okay.
In February we did £22.38.
No, Barry, if you're still going to keep... it seems like your connection's okay now, so... Steve, can you just tell us about your issues with the merger, okay?
Do you not want my figures anymore? then?
Look, we've
Well,
had-
it seems Steve's
we've
reception's back on.
We've had,
If he's
we've had a sixth.
Oh, my God.
I can't do it. We've had a 6th idea.
Steve, I don't need your ideas. I just need to know your issues with the merger, okay? Time's pressing. Everybody's got things to get
Merger?
back
What
to.
merger?
The merger. You said
Oh,
via
that's
email
not done any merger up
clearly
here. Go
that you
back
had...
to talking about your figures. Where's that guy? Where's the guy with the weird
You
voice?
said
Get him to talk.
you said you were apprehensive about the merger date, and I need to.
I don't even know what apprehensive
I need
means.
to know what your issues are,
I'll be honest. I'm going to level with you. What's a merger?
Barry. If you're not gonna,
Barry, I'm Steve.
if you're not,
It
Steve.
is Steve.
Oh,
You keep
Steve.
getting our names
My
wrong.
name's
You're
on Zoom,
really
right at the
terrible.
bottom corner of my picture. Says my name very clearly. Steve Jeff McQueen, the third of Barnsley Sales Force
Maybe
region.
I've got the wrong Steve. If you've got no issues with the merger, let's
Oh, the
get back.
merger.
Oh,
the merger. Yes, so there was a small issue. We thought the merger was a combining of 2 items.
That's what it is. We're joining with HBPS, okay?
But that's what we've tried doing. The super glue has failed.
No, it's
The
not
buil-
a
the
literal. There's
building-
not a literal.
Excuse me, I'm from HBBS, you know. My name is
HSBB.
Dave. HSBB, sorry. And I can guarantee that this merger didn't go through because they used duct tape.
What do you mean it's not going through?
It's not
It's
going
supposed
through.
to be going through
Right,
late
okay, so
October.
I was talking to Steve the other day, right, and all he had was duct tape
Don't
to put
be
this
blaming
merger
me.
together, right? So we were just trying to fix it. We're going to try and put these companies together, tape them down the middle, right, Steve?
Guys,
That's the plan.
And the
it's
only
the first
thing-
time that South Yorkshire and London has come together
That's
to
exactly
fight
it.
against the powers that be. You are the power that be. Go fuck yourself.
And all the company provided
guys,
us
guys.
with was duct tape. We specifically asked for strong bonding glue, didn't we?
we did Gorilla
Guys.
Glue or other glues of a superior quality.
That's right. How are we meant to merge things together when we've got no bloody glue?
Can I ask how you two are heading up the merger when you're actually talking about a physical merger of objects and this is a metaphor?
metaphorical.
I can't even speak, okay? I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
It was Sandra that gave us these positions.
Right, don't be blaming me now. Don't be blaming me.
See,
I
so
said
now
duct
it's-
tape
Sandra,
is-
I've asked you to stay on mute. You've got no business
You
here.
can't talk to a lady like that. It is 2023. I'll have you know. I will bring you to HR. And guess who's head of HR? That's me, sunshine.
Yeah, she hired us.
The duct tape works. Go fuck your metaphorical merger.
Metaphorical.
Right, and we've got to the end of another. It was a different one. It was
very different.
It was all over the
Different.
place. It
How
was a
was
little
it
bit more, a little bit way.
We were doing things. What happened?
It
Why was it
a
different?
what?
A little bit. It was a fast show reference.
It was a little bit fast show reference.
It was a
was
little
a
bit
bit-
fast
whoa,
show
a little bit
reference.
way.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Got the vibes, got the vibes. So, yeah, thank you for joining us for another wonderful episode of Killer Rabbit Pod. If you would like to get in touch with us, you can email us at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com. You can send us questions, you can send us suggestions, you can send us
Dick pics.
stories, you can send us penis pictures, you can send us whatever you like, darling.
Cholera.
What?
You can send us
A
cholera.
digital version of cholera.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
E-cholera.
E-cholera. E. coli.
And if emails a
E.
bit...
coli's already electronic. No way.
That's why they call it E.
Yeah.
Coli was just
Coli was the
airborne.
The analog version.
the analog disease.
E. coli comes down the cables and everything.
Into your ears. So, yeah, if you please do get in touch.
That's E. coli.
If email...
That's what the E stands for.
If email, that's electronic mail.
Ear mail.
Yeah, email. If that's a bit too archaic for you, you can get in touch with us on the socials at Killer Rabbit Pod, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you want to find us. You
YouTube.
can fucking find us. YouTube, yeah, get us on there where you can find
MySpace.
full episodes of our sister show, Rabbiting. How do you feel about sister show? I know you don't like.
Well, sister show would be other
Episodes.
people doing it.
No, minisode is what I don't like.
What did I
Sister
say?
show's fine.
My brain-
You said episode then.
Oh yeah, you don't like the word episode, do you? Oh, he hates the word
That fucking
episode.
terrible word episode. It's horrible.
This is the next chapter of Killer Rabbit Podcast.
So yeah, we've come to the end. Please do get in touch with us.
Please do.
Go on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. Tell us why you love us. Let other people know about us. Tell us. Tell us.
Tell them.
Yeah, tell
About
them.
us.
Yeah, don't tell us about how good
Tell
we
us
are.
about them
That doesn't-
and them about
We'll
us.
also see it though, so they are telling us.
You tell them about us, and we'll tell you about them.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's how
that
it
works.
works.
That
That is
makes
exactly
sense.
how it
That is
works.
a fair deal.
But yeah, get the word out.
That's
We've
a
been
merger.
recording for like 2.5
I'm fucking
hours now.
sweating,
We're sweating
out of every crack in my body.
It's delirious
my,
at this point.
My brain is melting out of my ears, and it's time to go.
I've got
I think
E.
it is. I think
coli.
it's time to go.
So we'll love you.
I've got
leave
B.
you.
coli.
We'll catch you on Friday for another episode of Rabbiting On.
I've
Full
been
videos on
Benson.
YouTube.
I've
He's been
been
Benson.
Adam.
He's been Adam. I've been Sam. You've been. We've done that.
He's been Steve. I've been Barry.
I've been.
I've
who
been
was- I was
Sandra.
never.
You were the
christened.
You were
nameless
never in.
person.
I was.
You were
bus-
Sandra.
I was business prick.
You were business prick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Business prick one. That'd be great in the credits on a
And I was
TV.
Dave as well. So that was wonderful.
And I need to go and write a LinkedIn post, so I'll catch you guys bit.
5:03
Catch you guys
a.m.
Get the back. Get the back.
Told you.
Look, right. It's all
Brain's
about.
melting.
Let's just end the show. This
End
is
it.
the end.
Just call it.
Bing.